Next segment, we have a very special guest, Matthew Lowe from Crowley Webb. Matt is the Senior Vice President and Creative Director at Crowley Webb.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. Not to mention a Board of Director for the 11-Day Power Play, newly appointed Board of Director.
We've already put you to work.
Thank you for your service for that. Love it. So Crowley Webb has done many, many things from the very beginning for the 11-Day Power Play. And one of the things most recently is this: they've sponsored the Stuck Bucket. Amy and I, being the amateurs that we are, sometimes we just need to pick something out of a hat and
We're stuck.
ask about it.
We're stuck. We don't know what to ask you.
What's on there? I'm so intrigued.
So, just so happens that it's about something that's near and dear to you, I believe. Who created Petey Power Play? Hey, what's
that
up,
guy.
buddy?
You see pictures of him, you see him on social, and then when you actually see him up close and personal.
Watch
And
your water there.
He's fully masked, so
He
this
fully
is
masked.
totally
Underneath.
COVID compliant. We can get comfy. How you doing, Petey? It's been a while.
He doesn't talk. He doesn't have a mic. He doesn't
He's
have a mic.
expressive though.
I mean,
He's expressive.
we should really start with Petey. There's so much we need to talk to you about tonight. But
Sure,
let's
sure.
start with Petey. What was that call like receiving the request from the 11-Day
Well,
Power
as we
Play?
say at Crowley Webb, we can pretty much do it all from A to Z. So when we got the call from you guys to do our very first mascot, we were. So I sat down with my art partner Daryl and my writing partner Rosalind Cardone, and we just started putting our heads together and came up with a bunch of initial sketches. Where could we take this thing? And
You were almost a Viking.
it was almost a Viking. We talked about doing the dueling ones
Yes.
and having two of them, and it was, well, how are we going to fill that every day?
I liked that idea, but I didn't like filling.
Filling two suits, but
people.
the idea of having a backstory, and one of them was going to be the evil twin, and given that whole thing. So we ended up on Petey, which was the right decision, right, pal? So we partnered with a group in Toronto to bring him to life, and every step of the way they were sending us photographs and working with Daryl on how this guy was going to come to life, and then we said we needed the mullet a little
Yeah, we didn't like his
fluffier.
hair. He didn't have a good enough mullet
So
the
we-
first time. I remember
We need to
that.
get that lettuce a little longer and get those teeth nice and
Crooked.
chiclety. So
Looking like me.
yeah. And he's great. What can you say?
Looking like Dad
now,
over
now
here.
we can say, and now we tout it as part of one of those things that we've never done, and we've done everything from sandwich boards to mascots now.
Yeah.
So and we love
And
them.
that was way down the line in terms of what you helped us out with. So maybe we should take a few steps back and
rewind all the way.
yeah,
to
let's rewind and talk about that, because it's been a really fun ride. You guys have been just a tremendous partner, and we've had so much fun together. So let's rewind it back to where we started and where we're at.
Sure, it started. I got chills just when you brought it up, thinking all the way back. But
I know, it's the same thing.
Well, the original event was 2017.
Yep.
But the thought of it was 2016. You
Right.
guys came into our office in June of 2016 through Trisha Barrett, who you guys had known and worked with, and she came to us and said,
Trisha.
these guys have this wacky idea. They're going to try and break the world's record for the longest hockey game. And I said, okay, I'm not playing hockey, but I'll help out in any other way I can. So the first thing was you guys came in, and we had to name it because you wanted to start talking about it and hyping it a year early. So we said, okay, we're gonna come up with a name, and then we're gonna come up with a brand.
Yeah.
So the name was the first thing, and
I remember some of the names.
what do you remember?
I remember.
Hockey Inferno.
No, was that Hockey Eternity?
Hockey Eternal.
Hockey
Which
Eternal.
was my favorite.
Hockey
Turn
Eternal.
And it was the best. It was the favorite in the meeting. And I
Yeah.
said, "They're going with that." And then you guys came back with 11-Day Power Play, and I was like,
There was Hell on Ice.
But what is
the
the truth behind you being disappointed, or not disappointed? But
I really loved Hockey Eternal. I loved all the names, and Rosalind, who again is part of our writing team, came up with 11-Day Power Play, and she was new to the agency at that point, and came into my office and said, "I have the perfect name for this event. It's the 11-Day Power Play." I'm like, "Okay, we'll present it because you love it." But and now all these years later, I'm like, that is the perfect name, and it stood the test of time, and we've added to it. We added the community shift when we did it a year later.
Right.
And now the big save.
Yeah.
With
Also,
what's
you're.
going on.
I can't imagine it being called anything else.
I can't either.
Right?
It's just so perfect. And even throwing around 11 day for short. I've just been telling people 11 day, but it still works. And the 11 day power play, I think, has really become one of those iconic brands in Western New York. So kudos to you for all the work you guys have done to bring that to life.
DPP magnets
There's that
on the
too.
cars.
Yep,
You know,
yep.
people know what that is now.
I know.
It's amazing. So we've worked together on so many things, and we're just starting. So we came to you about Petey. We also came to you about.
Well, when we started with the,
Let's talk about the beer.
I thought we were going in order here because we did
Chronological.
We did the
There's
name.
just so much. Okay.
We did the
All right,
name,
you guys are in charge.
but the but the segue to the name right after that was
Okay.
it's an important one.
I was
'cause it's
excited
the
about the beer can.
of course. But the things that go hand in hand to me are the very first things were the name, and then after that was the logo.
The logo, which again Daryl Cowling, my art partner, designed, and a bunch of concept sketches, and you guys were always great, and the fact that we came up with all this fodder for uses down the road, because we did the throwback logo, which was based on one of the earlier sketches, but then it's really given us a lot of legs, the design that Daryl did. So that was the second step, and then it was coming up with outdoor executions and print ads and posters and
Even
all
the
those
colors.
kinds of things.
We
And
chose the
and
colors very carefully.
Colors.
Absolutely.
Some of our colors.
And then there was a lot of hype we wanted to build up for this thing, so we thought we needed sort of a social hook that could be an iconic thing for one of those Instagram moments. So we came up with the world's longest hockey stick to go with the world's longest hockey game.
And these were all over Buffalo.
So we contacted partners all over Western New York. We had it at the zoo, and the zoo actually had, I think, the most fun with it. They took pictures with the elephant had it in its trunk, and the otters had it, but we had it at banks. We had it at car dealerships. People were taking pictures with it, so this was really iconic. And Daryl, the guy, is just so talented. Again, he came up with the logo, came up with the color palette. He actually built the stick with help from Matt McCarthy, one of our production guys.
I couldn't believe it. I thought you guys sent this project out to somebody else, and I come into your office and you showed us how you assembled it.
Well, I went to Daryl's house on, I think it was a Sunday before Memorial Day, and I helped him build the original ones, and I left and they all fell apart because I was involved. So Daryl's like, I just want to do it myself. So he did the correct ones.
I remember you gave us a couple of them. One of the knucklehead guys from the original event was like literally playing with it and it just snapped in half.
That was probably one of mine.
Nobody can touch these anymore. That one's going in my basement. That one's signed by all the original guys. So that one stays with us.
That's pretty great.
That's in our basement.
Yeah.
We had to pick that up today.
Okay,
I
now you can go with your what we're gonna talk about.
Well, are you sure it's okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the 11-day power pills, and it wasn't just the can. It was also the name.
So kind of a no-brainer to go with Power Pills. We knew it was going to be a Pilsner. You guys wanted a big seller in Western New York, and people in Western New York love their Pilsners. And I love Thin Man, so it was great. And the branding they bring to each of their labels. So that was something that Daryl played with as well. Daryl came up with the design, and I think it fits really well, not only with your brand, but the Thin Man brand as well. And those guys I know have been great partners. To the 11 day as well.
Yep.
So that was kind of a great marriage, and it's flying off shelves. I see, I'll go in and I'll see 1 4-pack still sitting there. So
well,
I know people are drinking it.
A reminder that these are available in Riverworks for these 11 days.
So there you go.
Support Riverworks.
I'll have to
heard
pick
a
up on the way
rumor
out.
the last few cases are in Riverworks now.
You gonna drink some of these? Are you old enough to drink? All right.
Well, our partnership's been, it's not. I can't overstate it. There's from the beginning, yourselves, Cover Method, Excelsior, all of our sponsors that we have are all sponsors that have been with us from the beginning and have stayed with us, and it's been really great to. And sometimes I feel like it's I get tired of saying it, but we always thought we were doing one event. And then we're going to go on our merry way and raise $1 million, and here we are. And now it feels like we would be totally remiss if we stopped this thing. Even this year. Like this year, we're watching these girls who just raised $10,000 in the worst year in our adult lives. So the fact that we're here and the fact that we have the same partners from the beginning is
And
a goosebump moment.
every year that we keep going, I mean, we just go. We call you and you say, what do you need? We don't really have to ask. And, you know, I think that just shows Buffalo and the community coming together. And, I mean, you make us look amazing. And I just thought of something. We didn't talk about the billboards. Every year,
Oh, yeah.
you design the billboards. Lamar graciously donates them the space, and you guys design it.
And
Any
you guys-
billboards stick out in your head?
Well, we had a few that were going to be launched this year when we were planning for the regular
Yeah.
community shift that featured our pal here.
Yeah.
And we had some fun times shooting him in the
Wah,
woods
wah,
and in
wah.
a couple in an attic and in a basement.
Well, we're going to save that, right? We're gonna next
Yeah.
So
year?
I'm not going
Okay.
to scoop it too much, but yeah, that was some of the best creative. But it's always great to work for you guys because I say it every year, like those meetings that we have with you guys are some of the best meetings we have because we always leave beaming with smiles. It always seems like it's a Friday in the morning, and it's just an
Yeah.
amazing way to enter the
Yeah.
weekend. And when Mike can't be there, we get you on FaceTime, and Amy's showing you that way and holding you up, and you clap, and it's always the best when we get to share creative. And it really has been an awesome partnership. We loved it every step of the way, and every year that we get to do new work that we're definitely proud of. And working with the partners that you've built up now with the Uplifter guys and with Clever Method year after year, like you guys just have such strong bonds. And to be part of that and be part of what you guys have done in Western New York is just feels really special. So I'd be hurt if you guys didn't continue this. So I will do everything I can to help keep it going
Yeah,
each year.
Well, talking about those meetings, it's like Christmas morning for us. I mean, we come in and it's like we can't wait to see what Crowley Webb is presenting today.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's been wonderful. Like we get compliments, and all this stuff that you see, like physically. No, we raise a lot of money, of course, but they're like people don't. They like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? And we don't do it. We have amazing people support that do it. So we thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts, and we've done it, not in private and public, but we can't say it enough. We are. This whole thing is not just us. It's such a group of people and Petey and obviously the volunteers and donors, but the stuff that people see and like the wow factor stuff, that's all you guys.
Yeah.
And it's really,
Thanks for that.
it's really special, and you deserve the recognition for it.
Thanks so much.
And reason for the live stream was to really share, everything that's involved with the 11 Day. It's such a community.
And it's a great story, and it's one I love telling. I'll go to colleges, and we'll do case studies about the branding, and I always tell that naming story, and the fact that you guys and everybody, the kids always know what it is. When I'm at Canisius or what have you, they call the 11 Days, so that always clicks. So
That's awesome.
it's always, and you guys are an inspiration because, like you said, it could have been a one-year thing and one and done, but no, to keep carrying it on and to keep raising money that's so desperately needed for research and for the medical community here is just, you guys are such an inspiration. So
Thank you.
proud to be part of it.
11daypowerplay.com. Speaking of donations coming through, anybody can donate.
Takes 1
support.
minute.
Mike wants.
I need to be the #1 fundraiser, please. Donate buttons on the homepage, 11daypowerplay.com. Now we're going to go check out some of the girls playing a little bit more hockey.